Morning everybody, Jeff from Rust Bucket Valley Garage. We're giving the S10 some love today. One thing that we noticed is when we're driving around, this speaker right here, it's kind of crackly, so we wanted to take and replace that. So if you're pretty good at fixing things, you're going to run into a problem where you're going to want to fix something and parts are not going to be available, because obviously if you're fixing something, you're keeping it going. And this right here is a 2002, so it's a 21-year-old car. So unfortunately, these speakers that are in here are obsolete. So we managed to take and go online to Amazon, our favorite store, and we got some new speakers, and we had to solder some leads on there. So we take the door panel apart. So we went ahead and took this piece out that is behind the lock. There is one screw in there that holds it, and then to get it over this handle, you have to kind of turn it upside down and then pull it up, and it will come off, no problem. And then right under here and right under here, there are two of these 9/32 screws, okay, which is kind of an irritating little size, because the thing is, it's just like they pick something. Oh, okay, let's go with that. The window crank handle, there is a clip that is holding it in, and usually this clip you access from under here. Okay, this one's on the back. So what we have is a little tool with a little hook on it, and we just go in there and we dislodge this clip. And we have some of these clips around the shop in case we take and lose one of them. And we have, a long time ago, but when you take that out of there, don't lose that, because that takes and holds the handle on. So around the edge of the door, there's some nylon Christmas trees that hold the door onto panel onto the car. So we've already unloosened those and lift the panel straight up, and you can see what I'm talking about here, that they are all around the periphery of the door. What you do to take and get that started, we have a nylon trim tool that we got. This is actually a Harbor Freight item. This is pretty good. Not a sponsor, but every once in a while, they'll have something that's pretty neat. So you kind of stick that in the edge, and you take and just start popping it loose. And then as soon as you can get your fingers behind there, give it a tug, they'll all pop loose. Okay. This right here is a speaker. This thing's kind of destroyed. It's also full of dirt. So we're going to be replacing this. It has 4 screws in here, right here, that are like T5, T10, something like that, really small. And then there's a connector on the back. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove that, and then I'll show you what we do next. So we went ahead and took this speaker out. On the back of this thing, there's actually a little locking key that we had to dislodge, like a safety key. And then we went ahead and pushed this into the top, and it came right off. And I think I know, if you just look on the outside, I mean, yeah, the speaker cone's a little bit messed up and everything. There's nothing that really gets in here. It doesn't really look like it's wet. But the thing is, if you look right here, the speaker cone is detached. Okay, so that's what the rattle that we were getting. So we always like to take and figure out what it is that's going on with the thing. So this one's going in the trash. And what we're going to do is we're going to take and cut this connector off, since we have wires on the other end, and then we're going to strip this conductor back so we can take and deal with it. We've gone ahead and done the speaker on the other side, on the passenger side. This is the driver's side here. Since these speakers here are obsolete. Okay, this is a 6-inch speaker. Most of the speakers now are 6.5 inches, and obviously this would not fit in here. This right here, we really don't want to take this off because there is a spacing between right here and right here. There's a track for the window, so there's also a rubber piece on here. So yeah, it's kind of made to they can be extended this far out. So we got to be careful what we put in there. Luckily, the speakers that we put in there are shallow enough where they won't interfere with the operation of the window. Okay, so first thing we wanted to do is, obviously since the other speakers are obsolete, they're not going to take and fit up to the holes that are in here. So what we did is we did a test fit, and it fit very nicely. However, the holes don't line up. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to disregard the hardware that was holding it in, and they sent us 4 new screws, and there's enough of a lip around here where when we take and put the new speaker in here, we can take and re-drill the holes and just put them into this lip here. This lip here is pretty thick, so it will be outboard enough, in other words toward this outer edge, that it'll take and hold the speaker in no problem. And you just have to be careful how much you take and tighten them up, because after all, it is plastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our connections. Okay, and they are polarity sensitive. Okay, so the yellow one is positive, black one's negative, and then we have on ours, the red one's positive and yellow one is negative. Okay, so we'll go ahead and make those connections, and I'll show you how the speaker goes in there. All right, so we have the new speaker mounted in there. This area here is round. You want to make sure that you center the speaker in there really well, and then go ahead and you choose a drill that you measure the screws and make it pretty tight, so that when you take in and bite it into the plastic there in the new hole that you've drilled, that it gets plenty of purchase with the plastic. Okay, so we have all of those in, so we're going to take and test it, and then we already tested the speakers, so we know the speakers work, but there was no clearance problems or anything when we put the other one back together, so I don't expect any on this one. So anyway, when you run into obsolete stuff, sometimes you got to take and change it up, modernize it a little bit. Sometimes you got to adapt it a little bit, and this is the way we adapted it for this one. So thank you for coming along this time, and please subscribe. And we love all our subscribers. Thank you so much for hanging out. This will be actually video number 171, and we've just had a ball making all of them, and hopefully we've given you some good information. We've had a lot of conversations with our subscribers and people that take and view, and they leave all the wonderful comments. We appreciate every single one. So I hope I've given you some good information. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.